Greetings, SGF0212 here, and today I thought it would be a good idea to bring to you guys 5 tips on how to be better generally when you're playing Heroes and Generals. I've noticed that Rito has been releasing a lot of the 5 tips to getting started and 5 tips to modding your starter rifle, but if you already know how to play, or even if you're just starting and you kind of have the basics down, I've got 5 tips that will help you improve, and these have definitely helped me improve. Now, the first one is pretty simple. It's learning the maps. Since all the maps got updated in the G build, I mean everyone basically has a blank slate. You have the veterans that have known the old maps and know every single spot and will pre-fire every corner, but now those spots are not there anymore. Like on Depot, it's mostly the same, but now you have the whole outside. Skirmishes are entirely different. You have to relearn all of the spots, and that's the way you do that is just by playing and finding people, even watching your own team, finding out where they hide, where they push, where they flank, on any map at all. And the easiest way to do that is to go and play that map, usually with a group of friends or whatnot, and then if you were to clear a building, have your friends try and hide in the corner and see if you can spot them before you go in. I mean, and you can do this with every map, and this will help you a lot. Knowing where people like to hide at, knowing where people like to go prone in the corner in, is a great thing, because if you can pre-fire those and manage to get some kills, then that will increase your chances of capturing a point and thus winning. As if you can remember, I have the map spots, special spots series that I started with the old factory map. I will hopefully be able to do that with every map after I transition over to the new maps. Some certain spots that I found in Mountain Town, people like the coal piles that are in O1 and O2. Town is mostly unchanged. Forward airfield, mostly unchanged, so those spots should still be alright. So, next, we have communication. I myself am part of a group on TeamSpeak, 2 groups actually now, and I can tell you that there is nothing better to reduce frustration than having a group of people that you can talk to, and it's not even doesn't even have to be on a third-party software like TeamSpeak or Skype or a Steam chat or something. It can be something as simple as just typing in the chat, tank spotted, grid square, D4. That's another thing, the grid squares on the map. Your map is divided into grid squares. If you can learn to master those, you can give some pretty nice callouts to locations of vehicles farther than you can spot. That also brings me to the next thing. You need to spot as often as you can. If you see a tank, stare at it for a few seconds, give it a nice little red diamond, and then go about your business. Because the tankers will love you for that, and the planes will love you for that. Communication, just knowing where people are at, or even how much damage you've dealt to them. Say, if you see an enemy and you hit them for 2 XP worth of damage, they will be at most at 30% health. So, always communicate that to your teammate. And of course it is easier with voice because you don't have to take the time to sit down and type it all out. But that's you don't have to do that. Another thing is effective range. You need to increase your effective range. And I don't mean the range of your weapon, that's increased with mods or whatnot. I'm talking about the distance that you can use your weapon to reach out and hit the other player accurately. Lots of times I get people asking me, why do you mod the way you do? Like, why do I mod the MG42 as a slow rate of fire, extremely accurate thing? And that's because I can push effective range with this. I can hit targets, I can hit headshots at 200 meters. And that's simply because of this point and then the next 2 points. This is why I mod with the heavy spring and not the lightened spring to try and get this thing up above 1,000 RPM to kill in close quarters. Because I know that with this gun, I can reach out and touch somebody faster than I can in close quarters. And yes, I realize that there are close quarters fighting in this game, and I do have weapons for that, which is another point. You need to know your weapons niche. Like right now, something that I have been doing is I've been taking the DMW Fuchs off of the MP40. That's the accuracy ammunition. This helps a lot for effective range, but for close quarters killing power, I will use a 9mm Parabellum. And that's just a different set of weapons for a different reason. I mean, this is why you need to have multiple characters. That's another point. We have my marksman, we have Panzer Shrek guy, we even have Tanker's best friend, and then Rupert with the MG42. And that's just knowing both your effective range with the weapon and knowing where you need to use which thing. Like if I'm going into a depot encounter, I won't use this setup. I might use the MP40. Or, I'm trying to level up fast reload on my Panzer Shrek guy, so I might even use him. So you need to learn your effective range and increase your effective range, because then you can do more with less. This is why I like the MG42. With this setup, because I've practiced with it a lot, I can not only do CQC, but I can do long range. Which is another thing, practicing with your weapon. I've got a crap ton of kills. I've been playing this game for about 3 years now, and I know on my MG, I have 14,000 kills. I think the next most lethal weapon I have is the Kar 98, which has 11k, but it's just practice. You'll start to learn the intricacies of the weapon. You'll start to be able to increase your range, especially if you use the same modding system over and over. I've used these mods since they came out in the Timoshenko build. So I know how it will fire, I know the rate it will fire, I know how much mouse I need to move down per shot in order to offset the recoil. And of course I've been trying it with fast reload again. I did previously use tight grip simply to get that extreme accuracy, which I so much enjoy. With that extreme accuracy comes with our last and final point on how to be a better player. Go for headshots. I know it's very simple to say go for headshots, but putting into practice is very difficult. I've actually found that playing other games like Dirty Bomb, which is another free-to-play game, will train you to go for headshots. And if that's not the case, then take off your heavy bolt and your barrel off of your sniper rifle, add on an 8x scope, and then just start running around behind people, popping them in the back of the head. There's nothing like that. That trains you to go for headshots with whatever you do. So those are just a few simple tips to help you, become a better player. And it doesn't matter if you're brand new, it doesn't matter if you've played the game for a little while, it doesn't matter if you're a veteran like me, following these will still help you. Anyway, I hope this has been a very informative little piece. SGFO212, signing off. Hope to see you guys in the battle. Goodbye.